Hi friends. Hi, it's Vicki from Three Roots Design. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be doing today, and because us designers need to start 3 months ahead, I've been working on some fall and Halloween. If you've been following me, which I know a lot of you guys have, and you've seen stuff, and then it is Christmas in July, so I'm going to work on probably 1 or 2 pieces, but I'm really into my my fall and Halloween because it's also my favorite. Come next month, it'll be still fall and Halloween, and then starting Christmas, because August, September, October, November, yeah, that works out perfect. I just wanted to come on because I was going to do a live, but I thought, you know what, just record myself first. It's my very first time actually doing something in front of you guys, and makes me feel a little more comfortable, and cutting myself off there a little bit, and just talk to you about what I'm doing, and a bit about me, and my business and life, and and then yeah, I'll probably do a live within the next couple days or so. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys can see everything right here. Okay, and actually that's probably better. Yeah, I think that's better for you guys. So here's my 24-inch white pine wreath. And I am going to be doing, we are going to introduce this little guy. Look at this. So anyway, I got him at Unique in the Creek in Niagara Falls, Ontario, because I know I have some Canadian followers and some United States followers. And yeah, so I got this at, Unique in the Creek, and I'm going to be using this guy. As well as I am going to be doing this ribbon here, but I might add some ribbon maybe as well to them. They came in and it came as a ribbon and like a sign package, so this came with it too, so I've got a couple more, and then I'm going to be using these three. I want to put a little bit of splash of black in there, so I'm going to be using these two deco poly mesh and a little bit of black. So I am going to be cutting. I like my wreaths nice and thick, so that everything stays. I'm going to just move this so I can cut my mesh, so everything stays nice and thick, and you get a nice full wreath, and I love decorating with them. It's funny, when I first started using decomesh, oh, let me tell you, oh my goodness, friends, it was a love-hate relationship, and I never thought you would see me work with decomesh ever. But I don't know, something just kind of went, oh, you know what? Keep doing this. Go, 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 go. You can do it. So I did. And sorry, I messed up there. I have to get my thing out. Here's something my husband made for me. So I did, and I kept going with it, and you know what, I really enjoy working with decomesh. Some people do, some people don't. What you're seeing here, friends, is my husband just did a little rough copy of putting some wood together, literally within a couple of hours, what he had in the garage, and said, Vic, this is a rough copy. I can do something a lot better. And I said, you know what, honey, just because you did what you did for me, this is awesome. So it's just a quick thing you put together for my decomesh for me. A lot of people have them, but this is certainly a rough copy, but I don't care. It's awesome. It works for me. And when he came in with it and surprised me with it, I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, it's not the greatest right now. I just need better wood. And I'm like, honey, do you know how much you just made my life better? I said, because everybody that works with decomesh, a lot of people have these, and then some people don't. Everybody's preference, of course. But since he did this for me really quick, I'm like, I am quite happy with it. So that is what I use to do, even using 21-inch mesh. I put it on here, and it's great. So I'm going to, and then I have a little laundry basket here that I picked up from the dollar store, the ones that can collapse. And I put my decomesh in that beside me. I think I need a bigger one, but for the time being, you know what? It is what it is. So I'm going to cut mine at 30. Everybody does their stuff different. some people cut it, well, everybody cuts their mesh at all different lengths. Mine are 30, just for what I want to do right now, not always 30. And I'm going to cut about 12 pieces each for my 24-inch round pine. If I need to cut more, then I will. You know what? Nothing is perfect. Please tell me what is perfect in life. It ain't. So, you know what? See how easy this is? Roll it out. Oh, ugh, love it. Before I was, you know, because mesh automatically, look, automatically, just, it rolls. Some come together a lot, you know, closer or whatever, depends on the mesh. And when I was holding, you know, putting a remote control down here to hold it and then trying to put it out here, and I was just like, ugh, please, I need to, like, you know, order something like this that I was seeing online. And then when my hubby saw it, he's like, oh, I can make one of those really quick. Okay, there you go, surprise, surprise. I just didn't know when he was going to do it. So anyway, losing count here. 1, 2, 3, 4 each so far. Yeah, I was told, you know, from other people, they're like, you know what, Vic, just do it. Just make a video, you know, get yourself out there to talk and chat with people. And once you do it the first time, you know, actually doing live, you know, you'll feel so much better with it. And, you know, you chat and you talk. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to just do this first. And then I will get out there, because honestly, what I would like to do is be able to see comments better. Because if I'm constantly going like this and trying to read comments every 2 minutes, that's what because they go so fast, I heard, that's what I don't want to miss, not answering somebody's question or something, or even advice while I'm doing something. And that's what I'm nervous about, is that I'm not tech savvy at all. So that is something I would just have to be like, oh geez, you know, I don't want to go back and then I cut somebody off. Oh my goodness, that would be terrible. I would feel awful. Oh, see, lost count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. I don't know. Yeah, so that's the part. And then some people have, like, you know, bigger, have iPads, you know, where they can bring up right here and they can really see the comments. So I'll be working on that. But there, my son has that iPad, my youngest son, but it's not working the greatest right now. So I am not running out to buy an iPad. Those suckers are expensive. Anybody else? Give me some advice. What do they do to see the comments better? Because it's on my phone, and the way that I have, like, because the way that my desk is right now, my craft desk, like where I do all my work, I would have to, I don't know, maybe even putting it right here might be better. I think I'm gonna have to see different areas on where I can see the comments a little bit better, or my phone a little bit better. But right now I just have it where I have it, because I thought, oh, this is the best angle for you guys to see what I'm doing. You know, don't need to see me constantly, just see what, you know, this is. I think I've got 12. Not sure. Let's do one more. Anybody been keeping count? I certainly haven't. But anyway, yeah, oh, see, I'm at the end of the roll, so that's pretty good. So I would love to know if anybody else who's watching me, is anybody else a wreath designer, or, you know, what do you do? When did you start? You know, like, anything really. Okay, see, I'm at the end of the roll, which I use my scraps. I do. I will use my scraps for whatever, for little gaps, cracks, whatever. I cut them off at the end of this, and I wrap them around whatever I have in my area there, and I do use them. I do. I'm not one to throw much away, but then again, if I don't use some of them, well, whatever, I don't. Then I do chuck it, but I do try. I really do try to. I did back in the spring, I had a bag full, honestly, of scraps of decomesh. And my husband's like, what are you doing with this? And I'm like, you know what? I'm actually going to, I'm just right here, I'm cutting off the little bit of frayed edges here. I said to him, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do just a whatever wreath, and I'm going to hang it up in the house. He goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, I have all these leftovers. So I threw them all over this wreath, all over it. And you know what? It turned out so nice. It is so colorful. Then I threw a welcome sign on it with some random ribbon that I really didn't like. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to use this for customers. And it turned out so good with the ugly random ribbon I didn't like. And we're going to need another roll of this. And all the odd pieces, and it's so colorful. It is so cheerful. And I hung it in my, oh yeah, see, look at that. That's, am I gonna make 30? No. I hung it in my kitchen, on my kitchen door. Perfect. Actually perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, 5 pieces, or, you know, 5 and a bit. Let me just, sorry, I have to get up and I have to grab. Here we are. Yeah, so that's what I did. And so that's what I did, and it turned out actually really pretty. Really pretty. I was shocked. Of course, it's not something I'm going to sell because it was random pieces of everything and anything. And, you know, some of the decomesh wasn't the greatest. And I just made that and I'm quite happy. No waste. In there. So what else is everybody else working on right now? Is everybody like, oh, look at that. See? An extra piece. And I put it on there. That's okay. Well, it's 24. Okay, I'm going to hold this off in case I need it for an extra spot. See? Look at that. See? Another piece. Oh, don't tell me they're all pieces. Oh, they're upside down. Oh, that's why. Look at that. See, that's why I didn't go live, so I can cut this stuff out. So what is everybody else working on, actually? Is everybody doing fall and Halloween, or is it a random of everything? Like, if you're asked to do something, of course, like I know, you know, designers will make whatever their, you know, their clients kind of ask for, but is everybody now doing this, or no? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, tell me I gotta get up and get that on. Oh, Lord Almighty. Got just enough. Oh my gosh. And the pile is like huge. Okay. I'm just gonna take this. I really do need to find a spot for this that's better than underneath my crafting desk because it's a little heavy. Okay. Normally I would cut up my ribbon too, and you know what? You know what, friends? That's what's gonna happen too. I'm gonna cut up my ribbon now. Okay. So I'm gonna cut up my ribbon to probably 14 inches. And then I cut up my this is 2.5. I cut up my 1.5 to 13. And I'm gonna need about 1, 2, maybe 16 on the bottom, and I guess it 12 and 16. 16, 12. 16, and then okay. This is the Measure Buddy Lifesaver, again from Unique in the Creek. I love it because before I was like, you know, going like this, kind of, it was just a pain in the butt. It just makes your life just a little bit easier. You know, if there's anything that you guys want me to do, like, if there's anything that you like, you know, a design, anything that, you know, you would like to see, let me know. I'm sure I can come up with something. Or if anybody is interested in anything, you go on 3 Wreaths Design. I am on all the platforms. I am on Etsy, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook under 3 Wreaths, like 3, the number 3, and then Wreaths, WREATHS Design, DESIGN. Oh goodness. So I'm under all the platforms actually. Etsy is different. It's 3 Wreaths Design, but they spell it different. So if you go 3 and then right beside the 3, Wreaths, WREATHS, and then it's small casing, and then a capital D, and then Design, and the rest is small casing. I'm just getting everything up and going on my Etsy. I know I've been on it for about 4 months, but I really wasn't keeping up with it. I just got kind of tied up with everything else, you know, to do with it, and all the other social media platforms, and my goodness. Now I've got quite a bit on there, and I will also be putting more on there in the next couple of days. I think I've got 4 or 5 more to go on there. So that's what I'm gonna do. How many did I need again? Oh, keep count for me. 16, and 16, 26. Yeah, okay. You know what? I think I might go and I'm gonna do 16 and then pick 2 other designs. I don't want to do all of this. Okay, I'm gonna do 16 here. So you have to excuse me for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm gonna stop at 12 because I'm not one to always go around if I don't want to. I'm just not. I like to put in other embellishments in my wreaths, and I don't always go around to every single spot. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just really all depends on what I want to do. Everybody has their own ways of doing things, and the more that I do wreaths, I don't know, I'm just like, you know what? I love what that designer did, and everybody does everything different, like I said. But you know what? Maybe I don't want to do this, or maybe I don't want to do the exact same tutorial. You know, it's just all different. I'm going to dovetail this after, because I messed up, and I'm going to have to. Oops. Sitting at 13. There we go. Because I'm going to go, and I think the top part, I'm going to do a bit of a different ribbon up top. Normally that's what you do anyway. But again, you don't have to do what everybody else does. Everybody can do whatever the heck they want. At least that's what I've always done in life. It's always kind of gotten me into a little bit of trouble too. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. See, look, I messed up now. I gotta get my finger in there. We go 4. I'm slow at this because I don't want to mess it up, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm really easygoing. I'm just like, yeah, that works, that doesn't work. When I first started wreath making, like, okay, so it was like a little over 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, it is so different now, honest to God. It wasn't anything like this. Definitely not like tools or anything like this. And look at me struggling as usual. It was, you know, you didn't have like all these great stores, you know. I don't remember ever having Michael's. In Canada, there was a place called, oh, it started with an L. I'm sure you guys would know what I'm talking about. It was a craft store. It was a flower store. And it was awesome, actually. I can't remember the name of it. If I saw it, I would know it instantly. Oh, what the heck was it, mate? What was it? Well, anyway, I can't remember. But that's pretty much all you had, and whatever else. I can't even remember everything. I just picked up a wreath one day because a friend was doing it, and she was like, oh, why don't you do a wreath? I'm like, I can't do that. She was making wreaths at the house. She had come down for a visit, and she's like, yeah, you can do it. I'm like, all right. Should I leave that back? Let me see, what else can I do? And yeah, give me 1 second and I will finish my story. I am just trying to think what other colors I could maybe do with the key. Oh, there's one. Yeah, give me 1 second. See, I should have been more prepared. Was I? No. Because again, it's my first time. Okay, there's one. And what else can I do? I have 3 ribbon racks so far. Here's one. See? Who else has a lot of ribbon racks and everything else? I have 3 ribbon racks, and oh my goodness, my husband is like, how many more do you need? I'm like, oh, you have no idea, buddy. Second. Sorry, I'm gonna have to edit this out, that's for sure. There. I think that's gonna work out perfect. And I might even throw just a little bit of this in as well. So, gosh, I'm not even sure what the heck I was talking to you guys about. Oh, so yeah, anyway, over 20 years ago. So when I was doing that, I sort of, and honestly, it was just for fun. It was like, I don't know, on a Saturday, it was wintry out, it was Christmas time, and she showed me what she did. She was a crafter, but not just on wreaths, she did a lot of stuff, and I was like, oh, that was my first one. I did one, oh my goodness gracious, it was done in burgundies and stuff, and was it my little tomato? Got it at Michael's. Isn't that cute? It was yeah, so anyway, I did that one, and I thought, oh, this is really fun, you know, it's all right. But I didn't stick with anything. I didn't really even think about it afterwards for a really long time. And then I picked it back up again one time, probably, I don't even know how many years later, a few years later. And I just sat there, and I went to Michael's and I made so many wreaths for family and friends. And I just kept making them and making them and making them. I like spent so much money at Michael's that year. I thought my husband was gonna kill me. It was Christmas time. And he was like, Vic, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I just want to like make wreaths and I want to make them for family and friends. And he's like, okay. And I'm not counting how many I need here. I'm literally just doing like random. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm just doing whatever. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to probably do 12 first. I don't know, maybe even 10. And I think I'm just going to randomly put them all around. Like, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm going to put them all around. Same thing. I might do, every other one. And the following year, and I kept getting told, why aren't you doing this professionally? Why aren't you doing this? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, 'cause they won't sell. And they're like, yes, they will. Your wreaths are so nice. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I didn't really know how to make bows the best. I finally watched some videos on YouTube and I learned how to make bows the best I could. But being family and friends, I was like, oh, deal with it. Really. But they loved them. And I mean, really, I was really happy with what I was doing. And I really enjoyed it. But you know what? Again, I left it for yet another year. And then the next year, I never did fall or Halloween. I don't know why I didn't. Next year, Christmas came around again, and I did it again. And they were better. And I was putting in frames and everything else and little photographs of family members and whatever, just kind of doing stuff like that. And I was really enjoying it. And honestly, that was that was 2025, you guys. And then finally I was, they just kept, my family, my friends were like, all right, that's it. You have been making these. You're giving away all this stuff. You're talented. I was making a centerpiece and everything. Look at me. I can't even cut this. They're like, you've made centerpieces. You've done everything like that. And I'm like, yeah. And it was for the table. It turned out really nice, to be honest with you. And kind of shocked myself because I'd never done a centerpiece before. And they're like, would you get going on this? So I was like, yeah, you know what? They're right. So Christmas night, after dinner or something like that, I said to everybody, all right, you guys have all been behind me. You guys have been pushing me for years, blah, blah, blah. I also draw. That's also a little bit of a talent I have. And I said, all right, that's it. As soon as Christmas is over, I'm going to start a business. And I said, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do, but I'm going to, with how I'm going to start it, where to even start. And I'm going to go professional at this the best way I can. Now I'm going to dovetail these. Okay. And I'll show you how that's done. This took a while for me to learn. It's not, when in the beginning, I thought, oh my God, the stuff I learned that I thought I knew when I started in January, holy moly, completely different compared to what I was doing. And the wreaths weren't bad that I was doing, but now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, give me back all the ones I did and I'll just redo them all, because I like learning the way that I did better off of some very talented designers that I signed up for school. I learn online. My classes that I have been going to are in the United States, and thank goodness for social media, because you didn't have this years ago. We didn't have any of it. So yeah, I learned how to dovetail. I had to practice it. I practiced everything over and over and over again. Bows, wow, that was a challenge. I honestly didn't know. That took me a while. I'm still learning every day. I don't think I will ever drop out of the schools that I'm in. I'm in a couple of them. I've gotten to know, my teachers are amazing. Shout out to Ashley Greenwood at Three Little Greenwoods. She's amazing. I also, she was the first one I ever found that January. Yeah, first one. Also, I am in with Double Trouble with Courtney and Lindsay. They are a blast. They are such good people. And I'm in with Candy's Creations. I'm in with the crew. We call them the crew. And actually, Candy was the first one that when I was in her class, and I thought, you know what, she's on YouTube, I'm going to practice decomesh. She was the first one that, yeah, I did decomesh with, because I thought, let's do this. Oh, I could have screamed, really, honestly. We'll get going on here together. And you know what, I learned it, I did it over and over and over again, and I practiced, and I nailed it eventually. So, you know what? Thank goodness. And I'm like, I still, like, there's still stuff out there with decomesh that, you know, you learn every day, no matter what design you learn. So, you know, there's other people that I talk to, and we follow one another. And if I have questions, I reach out. And that's what I do. Now, hopefully I'm not boring you all to death, but yeah, that's how it went. And so here I am now, doing my thing. And I'd love to hear what y'all are doing, because it's nice to see what other people are doing too. I think I did there. Anyway. So any vacations coming up for anybody? Is anybody doing vacations? For us, no. Vacation is in the backyard. I'm not doing any of that stuff this year. We have an above ground pool, so I love it. My goodness, it's just amazing. We're in it, like, I don't know, end of early June if it's decent weather. This year that did not happen. We are going to, at the end of the season, we're going to buy a heater for the pool and have it installed next year. So when it goes on sale, because I've already spoke to somebody at, I don't know, it was at one of the pool shops anyway. And we're going to buy one, and it'll be nice to get in, probably, hopefully in May, if the weather cooperates. This year was terrible, y'all. I mean, what you think? Yucky. And I was just looking there to make sure you guys can see what I was doing there. See, I'm just folding over the edges here that are rough. That's why I did it at 14, because when I'm dovetailing, I'm just folding over, cutting, and see, it comes out like that. It comes out really pretty. Sometimes you don't have to do that. It depends on what you want to do. Some people like cut on a slant. Some people fold it over and tuck it. More for like a designer ribbon, sometimes like that. I really like to dovetail, and sometimes I do it the other way. I cut it on a slant. Just depends on what ribbon I'm working with, to be honest with you. This is RG ribbon. They call it, I think it's really good ribbon or really great ribbon. RG. It's from Get Over Craig Bachman. And I buy it at, well, that's Craig Bachman in the States. It's a huge warehouse, and then they deal with whoever they deal with, and I get it at Unique in the Creek. That's where I buy my stuff most of the time. Sometimes I do put in an order with other companies. Just because different things I'm looking for that maybe Unique in the Creek doesn't have. And I think everybody does that. So I feel like I'm talking to like the wall, even though I'm talking in the video, because I'm not chatting with anybody, but it's kind of nice to do it this way for the beginning until I can get up and see your comments better. I just can't believe how much I absolutely like, it's not even love, I adore doing wreath making. people may laugh at that comment, but I really do. My husband was on my butt. Literally, after the first wreath, he was like, Vic, you know, why don't you practice? And, you know, you love to draw, you love to do all a bunch of art stuff. Why don't you look into actually doing this and then start doing craft shows all those years ago? And I said, no. Oh, I think that's what I was going to talk to you guys about. I'm like, no, that's not going to work. I said, because nobody will buy it, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I just kept making up excuses because I didn't have the confidence, to be honest with you. I just didn't. And over the years, making them and stuff, and when I actually did do quite a bit of them, like I told you those 2 years in a row, he was really on me. Even when over the years, you know, walking through Michael's, Zellers, Walmart, whatever, and he would see, you know, wreaths hanging in the stores and be like, yours are better than that, you know, and look at the price tag of these. And he goes, they're just junk, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah. I never listened to him. Do I regret it? I do to a point. I really do. But I just wasn't ready, you know. I was working in the office and my kids were young, and I was not ready at all. I just wasn't. And then when I was ready, he was like, see, you should have been doing this years ago. Well, here's my years ago, all right? I'm catching up now. So that's what was happening. Goodness gracious. Now I am ready for my wreath. So I don't do a lot of standing. I will when I can, but do you guys see me? Yeah. But to be honest with you guys, I have a really bad back, and I have a disease in my back actually, and I didn't know it was. I didn't know it turns out certain other family members have it that are my mom and I didn't know it was hereditary, and she didn't think to tell me. And so it can get very, very painful, and it's not fun. So sometimes I get up really slow, what have you. So, and my hips, well, that's fun. They are bone on bone right now, and I'm waiting for an operation. So there you go. So sometimes you can take this is called the cruffle. So sometimes you can take your mesh, see how it rolls in like this? It's just what it does. And you can put it down here, and you can do different things. So some people take it and they put it on their chest and roll it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take it just a closed peg right now. I'm really particular. I like to have my edges in, like curled in, the best that I can. Do 3 or 4 of them. And I like to have where, like, I don't want any fraying, because all mesh frays, and I don't like that. But you know what, you gotta do what you gotta do. So then I'm gonna go down like this. Like, I am not a teacher, so I'm doing the best I can here, and I'm just going to pinch, and I'm going to roll, and then I have this right here. And you see, that way the pieces, see, they don't, and at least they're in there. Will this fray? Yeah, sure. I mean, they do fray, but I am trying keeping the pieces on the inside so that they don't fray as much. And I think I'm going to have to take my ring off. You have to excuse me for a minute because it's getting in the way. There we go. Get it down into where the wire is, down into the base here, the best you can. And you give it, you guys can see, you can give it 1, I go 2 good ones, okay? You can do whatever you want, obviously, but that's what I do. And then sometimes I take these and I roll them on my chest. Like, I take it and I go like this, I go like this, and then I scrunch it all in, you know? But I'm just trying to show you guys that 2, 3, 4, that you can do it this way, 4, 5, and then pinch and bring it down. I'm probably gonna put it on my chest, like I just roll it out that way better. It's just, for me, it's just easier, it's faster. Let's do this right over here. I don't like to put them right beside one another, just a little bit over. Let this little sucker get away on me. Down it goes. I can't get it just all in perfect, so there's push it in there. It's gonna look really good though, because I don't like candy corn. Ugh. Anybody on here love the candy corn? It is so gross, but some people love it. But I like it because it's cute for Halloween. And then I just take it, I rolled it, and you take it and you just, in the middle, see? Done a couple different ways. And then in here it goes. Like this, see? Pinch it all the way down. And the more and more you do it, the better you get at it. Like, I'm not perfect at all. The more and more I gotta do it, of course. But I just thought I'd give it a shot and come on and chat with everybody. And I'm sorry if you can't see me. I'm just trying to roll it a little bit faster. Like I said, it's the same thing as what I'm doing on the table. I'm just rolling it on my chest. I know that sounds weird. Yeah. Marilyn Monroe's getting a show. I'm just kidding. She's on my, I'm wearing a Marilyn Monroe show. Marilyn Monroe shirt. Oh, goodness, if I could talk. That was a little too far. Anybody here like candy corn? Or what actually is your favorite Halloween candy? Mine is, oh gosh, oh my goodness. Tootsie Rolls. Oh my goodness. Keep those suckers away from me, let me tell you. Like, okay, so I have lost a very large amount of weight. I started in last fall. Don't give me the exact date, but I started last fall, and it was, oh goodness gracious, I think September, October. And I have lost up to, I am now at 110 pounds. Okay, I was 107 a couple weeks ago. I'm now at 110. Where are you? I was on, and that's what I'm saying, was doing the GLP-1 Bonjour. Jeez, sorry. It's over a little bit. Okay, I'll fix that. And everything was going great. And then I don't know what happened, y'all. I ended up having an allergic reaction to it about a week ago, almost. I ended up in the maybe a little more longer than that. I ended up in the hospital. I was walking down my hallway, and all of a sudden, my throat felt like it was closing. I went pale. I had to sit. I was having really shortness of breath, and I just looked at my husband, and I am like, hospital now. It scared me, you know. I was like, holy crap, what's going on here? So I ended up going to the hospital. Like the week before, the week before it was the same. I was walking around doing some last minute stuff with the wedding, and I didn't feel right. My throat felt funny, shortness of breath, and I thought, what the heck is going on? And I thought, no way could this be the Monjuro. But I had injected myself on the Wednesday, and like the day after, I just didn't feel right. So I thought, no, it can't be that. There's just, I don't know, something's not right. But I kind of ignored it, to be honest with you. And then when I did it again, the following Wednesday, because you do it once a week, well, lo and behold, did it again, but it was worse. And I'm like, this is definitely, you know, Monjuro. And I went to the hospital, and the doctor was like, you've had an allergic reaction. And I wasn't going anywhere for a bit. And until they let me go, I don't like this, I'm sorry. Moving it over one. Until they let me go, it really scared me. But I don't understand, like, I was on a higher dose, So maybe that's what did it. And the doctor was like, you know what, go back and do, go back to the short, go on the 7.5, start there again, and then go back to the 10. And I'm like, you crazy? I'm not doing that. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I said, do you think that's safe? He's like, well, let's, test the theory out. Let's see, how you go with the 7.5. If you don't have any reactions, then we know it's the 10. And I'm like, then how the heck am I supposed to keep climbing and keep going, right? So I was like, no, I'm not putting my health at risk anymore. I'm not doing that. So, yeah, I instead signed up for Weight Watchers. Maybe that's what I probably should have done in the beginning. And I'm talking and not watching what I'm doing. And I signed up for Weight Watchers. And now I'm just going to finish my journey off with Weight Watchers. I can't. It scared the heck right out of me. And yeah, I'm never going to do that again. Never, never, never. But yes, I have lost 110 pounds. And you know what? I feel good about myself. So, but I still got a lot more to go. So that's what's happening there. Yeah. So anybody else that is on anything or would like to share their story at all? I know that I'm not live, but you can leave stuff in the comments and I will read it and I will respond. Or if you've ever had an allergic reaction to like any kind of medication, what's your story? What happened? I know this sound might be taking a bit, but I don't like to rush. I feel like when I'm being rushed, I mess up. So, I'm so picky when it comes to this. I like it to be a certain way. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing this wrong. All of my designs that I've done have turned out, pretty good. And sometimes if I have to, see, I want to bring it up a bit. It's a little too low for me. Anybody else do that? Or when you first ever started or is starting out, do you find that you're super, super picky or that you have to move things around? Does it drive you a little nuts or, or are you okay? Oh, the white pine is so pretty. I know sometimes people might use it for, Christmas or whatever, but Valentine's Day, you can use it, I guess, for Valentine's Day. Yeah, the red and white, but I wanted to use it with candy corn. So, does anybody here do craft shows? My very first craft show, to be honest with you, is this coming summer. I was going to be in one in, where did you go? No, that one's too far over. I was going to be in one this summer, earlier in June. Oh, there you are, because there's two together. Shoot. See, I don't like that. There's a space here. Huh. Okay, I'm going to have to play with that. There we go. I don't want that. And I was supposed to be one in June, but a family member had a health scare and was admitted, and I had to be there for the family member. So I had to put it off, and rightly so. I don't care. They needed me, and I was there. So I had to tell the vendor, like, oh, sorry, but I can't be in the show. And they said, well, there's other ones coming up. We would like you in them. And I've never been in one. And so they moved. So then they asked me to be in one in August, and it's a 2-day one instead of just, one. And I was like, hey, yeah, absolutely. I'm actually going to be in London August 22nd and 23rd. I've secured my spot. It's at the Sunflower Show. So I'm going to be there. And it's for also helping Ukraine. A lot of support goes to, a mission. I think admission is free that I know of. And I don't know, it's support for Ukraine. So I'm actually going to be there. It's my first ever craft show. So I have a banner being made as we speak. And I have cards being made, and I don't know about a shirt. I was gonna get some shirts that just said three wreaths designed. You say that fast, three times really fast. Shirts on it says 3 wreaths design on the back, and just a little logo on the front, because I don't want anything mumbo jumbo everywhere. Just something, classy and cute. I like cute and classy, so whatever. And yeah, so I'm gonna be there and for 2 days, and I'm all excited. So if anybody's around, yeah, London, Ontario, 2 days straight. I will be there the 22nd and 23rd. Even if you just want to pop by and say, hey, I saw you on whatever platform. Sure, come on by, I'll say hi to you, I'll talk with you. I'm a bit of a gabber. I have the gift of gab. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. And then sometimes I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to talk. And sometimes my family members go, oh my God, is Mom all right? Is everything all good there? Yeah, it's fine. Just sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like talking. And I'm sure everybody's like that. It's like I'm chatting out to you, right? So I'm tying up shoelaces at the end. Oh my gosh, okay, then the inner part. Let's go. Oh, I don't know if I have enough black. I don't think I do. I might have to cut 2, 3. No, I have to cut just a few more pieces. You'll have to excuse me after this one. Not too many though, maybe. I don't know, I might only have to cut 2. Maybe. Does anybody ever get nervous when they're working on a wreath? Like, if it's for a client, are you just like, I got this? Or are you like, yeah, okay, I'm a little nervous. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, maybe 2. I'm just curious. I mean, I've worked on, I've sold stuff to my clients, and then I've gotten a hold of them, and I'm like, hey, how does this look so far? Or you know what, I always talk with them, obviously, what do you want to do, what do you want, and I always go over stuff. And then I'm just gonna quickly, I'm gonna bring out that other one, and then I talk to my clients, and I chat with them like everybody does. And you know what, I get excited and I get nervous at the same time about if they're gonna like it or not. I have had them all be like, yes, like so excited and very happy, and I'm like, whew, thank goodness. And I think I'll do one more just in case. One more for good measure. See how it's rolling towards me? All right, that's a just in case extra one. Okay, back to it. All right, I'm gonna try to stand for a bit here and see if I can get this in here. Okay, there we are. Can you guys see? Yeah, you're good. Ow. See, I get pinches in my back and I hate it. Okay, let's do black right there. Okay. I like doing the inner ring more than I do the outer ring. Does anybody else have a preference? What? What? I don't know what you're saying. Just say it. I'll edit it out. I don't know what you're saying, Reed. Just say it and I'll quickly edit it out. Sorry, I had a little bit of a... My son came in. He's trying to whisper something to me, and I'm like, it's all right, I'll just edit it out. But he's like, it's fine. So I'm like, all right. I don't know, I just like doing the inner one a little bit more than I do the outer. I don't know. Stupid, right? I don't know. Whatever. Everybody's preference. Again, still learning everything. And then sometimes I go, oh, why didn't I do that? You know. I think I did cut too many, to be honest with you. Ugh. Oh well, I'll just make another one. I have a lot of candy corn stuff, so. So what did everybody do for their July 4th or July 1st weekend? Well, ours in Canada, obviously July 1st. And I know that the States just had their July, what am I doing? I'm talking and not watching. July 4th celebration. So what did y'all do for, oh, no, gonna move that over a bit. What'd you guys all do for your 4th? Who celebrated? Barbecues, family, fireworks? For us, oh my goodness, the heat was incredibly horrible here for July 1st. So we had to wait for a bit, till we got it was in the 40s. So for you guys being in the 40s, like when I say the 40s, that would be, I don't know, like in the hundreds, like maybe 90s to early hundreds for you guys, because I know that we're different in temperatures, like the way we say it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, anyway, we waited till it was a little bit more, not mid-afternoon, you know, go out there and fry. Couldn't even breathe in it. The humidity was just awful. So we did that, and then we were in the pool, had a ton of fun, you know, still had a barbecue, but we couldn't really sit outside and eat because it was just still stifling. Unless you were in the pool, you didn't want to stand outside. Oh, holy moly, it was not cool. Put that one a little too close, but it'll work. So my son is asking how many people are watching, but here's the thing. I'm going to tell him now. I am taping this, and then I'm going to put it on all my social media platforms. And so I'm not live right now. I am taping myself, and then I'm going to edit, and then go, and then do it. That's how I'm doing it, babe. So I'm having a conversation with everyone, and then they'll hopefully chat back with me and do our thing. Okay. So anyway, yes, that's what we did. So how was July 4th with everybody? So that's what we did for ours. We had a great time. Normally we were like, you know, playing games outside, like, you know, yard games and badminton and throwing around the football and like all the kind of stuff you normally do like during, you know, summer holiday or summer. But when it's like a holiday, it just feels different. Am I wrong? I don't know. I think it feels different when you're with the fam, and I don't know, it just feels different. And we always shoot off fireworks because we live out in the country. So we're always shooting off fireworks, but again, it was really, really hot, but we still did. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have enough decomesh. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna have enough decomesh left over to do a whole, well, maybe a 14-inch wreath. I'll figure it out. Sometimes, when I'm watching, the tutorials on YouTube and what have you, and I see, people doing this and showing people and talking and showing them their ways or teaching whatever. And I see like them chatting away, and sometimes it's like an hour and a half. And I'm thinking, wow, that's all right. So, like why not? So that's what, wait a minute, orange, oh, black. And I'm thinking, okay, because I'm kind of panicking a bit about the time, and then this is my first time ever that I will be using what I think is called CapCut to edit. I'm not even sure how to do that. So that will be fun. But once I get used to this, it'll be fine. Because I don't want to have you guys wait for when I was picking out other ribbon that I messed up on. To wait around for me, going, oh my God, where is she? So I will be doing that. And I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background. He wants attention. Hey, buddy.